Hey, what's up, coaches and high-ticket affiliate marketers? My name is Jamie Gardner. In this video, I'm going to be covering the process I've been using over the last few years to extract well over $50,000 from my audiences using one very tiny little Facebook post. I'm going to hop over to my computer, show you guys exactly why it works and how you can start to replicate this in your own business. But without further ado, let's roll the intro. See you over there. Cheers. All right, welcome to the video, guys, and thanks once again for joining me. What I'm going to cover here is the process that I've used to extract well over $50,000 from a very small audience, and I hope at the end of this you're going to be able to understand the mechanics behind why it works so well and start to deploy this in your own business. Now, I'm going to share a little story for you guys about the last time I did this, around about a week and a half ago at the time of recording, and essentially I typed this up in about 10 to 15 minutes. I hit the go button to post it, and I left quite literally immediately to go have lunch with my wife. And we walked around about 20 minutes to the restaurant, and as we were sitting down, I saw that the first message had come through with an interested party, and I quite simply sent the link to them, and I made my first sale after just 23 minutes. Now, by the end of lunch, which was around about 47 minutes later, I'd sold out all 5 spots. And my suspicion is that this will go on to make several $1,000s in commissions and high ticket offers on the back end down the track. The reason why this works really well, and these are the key elements that you need to take away from this, is number one, we're leveraging huge amounts of scarcity. Okay, now if you have a tiny audience or no audience at all, this probably is not going to be super effective for you. So what I'd encourage you to do is make sure that you do have some level of authority in your audience. Okay, so leveraging scarcity, we're also going to leverage exclusivity, right? Exclusivity. So really important for you to understand these principles of why it works. And last but not least, we also need to have an incredible offer that is never seen before, that's completely new to the audience. And you know, if they miss out on this, then they're going to have massive amounts of FOMO, fear of missing out. Right, so quite simply, what you're doing, like I say, is leveraging massive amounts of exclusivity and scarcity. So in this case, I decided that I was only going to allow it for 5 people. Now, this is quite simply based on circumstance. I really did have a couple of spots in my calendar, and normally when I do this, I've tested 1 spot, I've tested 2 spots, I've tested 10 spots. I don't have a huge audience, and what I've found works really well for me is 2 spots. However, I thought, you know what, my audience has grown a little bit in recent times. I very rarely will sell a coaching call for such a cheap price. Normally I'm sitting at $500 plus. So I thought maybe people will take this up and it'll sell really easy, which, like I say, it did. So I decided to test 5 people, but it's pretty exclusive. There's only 5 spots of this left and 5 spots available. And I made it abundantly clear that it is an offer post, right? I offered a one-on-one strategy call, 60 minutes planning session, also help you fill in the gaps in your process, help you smash out your first or your next 100K online. So it's a pretty nice offer just in itself for the actual coaching side of it as well. Now, this is the secret sauce to making this whole thing happen, by the way, is that you do need to sell a coaching call. And the reason for that is because you want to be able to get people on a call, you want to be able to help them out with their business and understand where they are in their business in order to then maybe suggest the next thing that they need in order to solve the next problem that they're about to run into, right? And that is the important part of this. So for me, like I'm saying, I'm charging $500 at the moment, $497 for my coaching calls. So therefore, anything less than that is going to be an absolute steal for the right audience members. And quite simply, and this isn't me, you know, throwing out random hyperbole and bragging. A lot of people have said that they've got thousands of dollars worth of value from one single call. So I know that the value is there for the right audience. I do have a brand new training, and this is the secret sauce with this stuff as well, is that you do have to have something that is quite brand new, and that it is yet to be released. And it is something that I've been using and giving to my coaching clients to help them book calls within 5 to 8 messages from completely cold prospects, right? So it's working unbelievably well, and I'm going to launch a product probably about mid next month, or going according to plan. And so that hasn't been released yet. However, I'm just ironing out some details. I thought this is going to be an incredible way to get this in the right hands once I have ironed out those details as well. And that's going to be eventually selling for $4.97. I don't know if that'll be the price during the launch, but again, it's just creating a price juxtaposition. It's elevating the perceived value of this. Hopefully this is all making sense. Let me know in the comments. Also, I've got quite a few digital programs. I've developed quite a few over the years. I've got my Ultimate Marketing Mastermind. So if you're interested in learning more about how I can help you blow up your business to the tune of $210 for every single audience member in your Facebook group, feel free to go to ultimatemarketingmastermind.com. Check out the free case study there and have a chat to my team. It will lead you through to Messenger, where you can see whether or not what I have is the right pathway for you. Anyway, with all that being said, I do have a number of other programs. They sell for anywhere between $97 right up to $4.97, and of course I've got high ticket offers above that as well. So people can get access to any two of those, which is pretty damn good. I also have a secret weapon, which basically it's my sales process, and it is incredibly well oiled as a machine, and it converts like absolute crazy. And so I'm giving that away, which again is an absolute steal in itself, and it is something that is reserved for my private clients as well. So that's a total value here of $14.91. So again, the price juxtaposition or price anchoring is another way to put that. It's a common theme in copywriting, and quite simply, again, I'm re-anchoring the fact that there's only available for 5 people. Okay, and so I said, hey, next 5 if you want it. And obviously, to sell all of this stuff for a tiny little sum of $97 is absolutely insane. Like I say, I never do coaching calls that cheap ever. So people that know me based on my audience know that this is an absolute bargain. Forget all the other stuff that they're actually getting. The coaching call in itself will help them drive their business forward, right? So also do a bit of a disclaimer. I don't really want to deal with people that are just going to muck around. This is for people that don't want to waste my time. They're just like, hey, I'm in, I want this. You're still going to get those people, but that's part of the course when you're doing this type of stuff. Serious folk only. Drop a 1 below if you'd like to claim it or message me. And so I had people just literally messaging me straight away. They just bypassed actually dropping comments on the post. I put this in my Facebook group. However, if you've got a Facebook presence on your profile, you can put it on your profile. If you've got it on other social media platforms, you can use this same type of format in order to go on those social media platforms as well. And the reality is that this works exceptionally well. So like I say, within about 47 minutes, I'd sold out the all 5. And what actually happened is 3 had jumped in straight away. There was another 1 that was waiting for cash to arrive in his bank, like later on that night or something like that, or he had to go home or whatever it was. And then the other person, so in this case, what actually happened is I sent the link out to 6 people because 1 was sort of on the fence, and now it's turned into actually 6 sales. So again, I want to reiterate that this isn't where it ends. And the reason why I'm able to extract even more value out of it is if I'm giving a good buying experience to someone on the front end, and I'm looking after them in the form of a coaching call, more often than not, people will just come back to me and they will say, Jamie, listen, that was really helpful. I feel like this is the next step that I need in order to grow my business. Can you tell me what it would look like if you and I were to continue working together? And that's how I'm able to sell a lot of high ticket offers on the back end. And I suspect this is going to be the case with this one as well. Now, the thing that I want to reiterate is this is not going to work if you don't have much of an audience and much clout or authority within your audience, but I would highly recommend you go out there and give this a shot. Now, for the affiliates in the house, if you're watching this and you're wondering, well, how do I create it around what I've got? I'm an affiliate marketer. I don't really know how this works. What I can tell you is that even if you are in the early stages and you're looking to extract only $10, $20, $50, $100 out of your audience, the psychological impact of being able to do that is really, really powerful for both your own confidence and the growth of your brand moving forward. So think about what you can do in terms of wrapping up a disappearing bonus around a low ticket front end offer for a program that you're promoting. If you don't know where to find those programs, feel free to join my group. Happy to have a chat with you to see whether I can help you out. So this is an incredible way to start getting front end buyers and also extract high ticket value on the back end as well, folks. So that's it, guys. This method works incredibly well. I encourage you not to overthink this. Go out there, give it a shot in your audience, leverage the scarcity, leverage the exclusivity and the amazing offer that you're able to develop for your audience. Think about having $10,000 worth of value for like $100 and you'll probably do pretty well out of this method. So once again, my name is Jamie Gardner. Thank you so much for tuning in and stay tuned. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.